welcome to this video. This video is a little bit different than maybe what you watched from us lately. And that is because we're out here in in Norway. It's about 3-4 hours outside of Oslo, up in the mountains. And we're here in this really cozy little Airbnb because of 2 reasons. One reason is that it's nice with a little bit of a break from our build. And the second reason is that we are playing with the idea of maybe moving out closer to the mountain, into the nature, out of the big city that Oslo is. So that's why we're here. We are Tobias and Ida, and together we travel the world. We love adventures, and usually those adventures include nature, a pair of hiking boots, a pair of bikes, and of course a couple of skis. We're here to look at a house in Ål, or it's actually in Vats, which is 30 minutes outside of Ål. So it's gonna be really exciting to look at this house. I think it's quite small, but the land around it's pretty huge. So it has some great potential, but I'm a little bit scared that it might be a bit far off. But I guess we are figuring that out, and yeah, it'll be fun to have you guys with us on the journey. So if you have any comments or whatever, then write them below. It will be interesting to hear what you guys think. And also, of course, we are definitely hitting the slopes while we're here because we haven't skied at all.
Over there is some alpacas. So it's actually not that common, but they are popping up in Norway as well. So that is something we definitely have to check out later on and say hello to these furry, nice looking friends. And we have a ride at the slopes. We have stopped with the alpacas, and here's one. Hello there.
They're so cute.
Are you a bit curious? Hello. Hello. Psst, psst, psst. Okay, let's go.
Yes, let's go. Good morning! We are ready to go check out the house.
And there we have Miles. We had a little bit of trouble turning him around in this space. But now he's ready to rumble. So let's go. As you can see, the road is quite narrow.
So we just passed a gas station. I guess that's like the last
frontier
or something. So this is quite far from the nearest town called Ål. So we're closing up on this really small place called Level, but we're getting really, really far out. It's very it's very Norwegian countryside. That's nice. What is really fascinating about places like these is that you have so much nature to take from, but everyone for some reason have decided to like put their houses almost like on top of each other. And I think it looks really nice and quaint and picturesque, but this is really what we don't want. We want to live close to like some sort of civilization, but we don't really want to live on top of our neighbors. So it's maybe a hard nut to crack.
I guess we are something between 20 minutes and half an hour drive from Ål, and Ål isn't the biggest place on earth, so quite far from everything, and maybe too far.
On the bright side, there are not that many cars, so this road isn't that busy, so that's good.
The GPS is telling us that we are closing in. Should be more or less on the end of the lake. On the left side we have a lake, and there's actually a man fishing.
Several men fishing.
And we are here. Here's the house. Here's the turn. Oh, coming in hot. Miles is working his way up the hill. Going smooth. So here you can see the house from...
It's a rabbit jump here.
Where's a rabbit? Oh.
Here is maybe what's called.
So here's another car.
We have looked at the house. You can see it right behind me. It is super cute. It's very tiny. It's about 88 square meters. So it's actually less than what we have today. It has a medium-sized bathroom when you get in on the right side. It has a small kitchen and has about 3 different kind of rooms that you can stay in. One of them obviously being the sort of living room, other one being a bedroom, and then the last one, yes, that can be something else. And then you have a small kitchen, which really has to be updated. And then you also have like a little hatch in the floor in the kitchen, which takes you down to like a basement that you can also enter from outside of the house when it's no snow. So that's like, I guess it could be like a wine cellar. I always dreamt of a wine cellar below the kitchen, so I guess that dream might come true. And then you have staircase up, you have like a second floor, which is more like a loft almost, so it's super cute and quaint. It's just very far off. It's about 780 meter above sea level, which means that we're actually in the mountains. And the house is pretty old as well. It's from the 60s, so that means that the house is 60 years old. What do you think?
It's old.
It's really old.
Cozy.
Cozy. Now we have like a small house. In Norwegian it's called stabbur. I'm sorry, don't know what that's in English, but that one is from 82. It's super cute again, and but it also needs to be fixed up a little bit. It's, for example, there's no heat in there, but that could be like a really nice guest house when you have guests. It's huge. So there's a lot of land, which is really unique in these kinds of areas, because mostly you have farms. But this has a lot of land, and you don't really need to farm the land either, which is also very unique. So there are opportunities here, and there are possibilities that you can really make something out of it, and maybe build your own house, or so it has some great potential. Only downside is that it's about 30 minutes to civilization. 30 minutes on icy roads.
And the conclusion?
The conclusion? I don't know. We haven't agreed on a conclusion yet.
What's your thoughts? What's your feelings?
My feeling is that the house needs a lot of work, but I think it's not that bad, and I think it's very scenic. It's very Norwegian. It's very calm. It's very like a nice place to be. I like it out here. It's just I have a feeling that it might be a little bit too far out, and that scares me a little bit, that it's so far off, because driving to the nearest city, that's like 3.5 hours from Oslo, and then up here it's about 30 minutes more, so it's about 4 hours, and I don't know, it's I feel like, oh, you forgot milk, then you have to drive like 1 hour to get milk.
Milk will probably be solvable because there's a lot of farms up here.
Okay, so milk was that was a bad example, but you get my drift, right? So it's just very far out, but again, being far out gives you so many opportunities, like being in nature. There's like 7 minutes apparently up to this great area as well that we should probably go check out, where you can go just miles and miles and miles off with cross-country skiing, which I suppose is really nice. So there are some really great opportunities here. It's just that it's so far out. And what makes me really, really scared as well is that obviously when we move here we need to like make new friends and get to know people, but how many people want to drive like 30 minutes out in nowhere to like barbecue for 2 hours and then drive home? But maybe that's the way it is here. I don't know. Alright, so to wrap it up, we don't know. I guess we have to think about it and discuss and think more. Yeah. Do you have an opinion? What do you think we should do? Then if you have any opinions, thoughts, ideas, anything we didn't think about, write it in the comments below. We would love to hear from you guys, because we don't know what to do. We really hope you liked this video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want more of this kind of content, subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it, and it would help us a lot. See you soon!